Welcome back to Overhead Athletics. I'm Max Wardell, and today we're going to be talking again about BFR. We're actually going to do some lower extremity stuff today. Stay tuned. All right, guys, so today we're actually going to be using RecoverFun BFR Cuffs, and what you see here is actually a nice cuff with a nice little strap to hold it in place. I got the one on already just for purposes of time with the video. And one thing I actually really like about the cuff is the material here. Nice smooth material that can actually be wiped down between patients. You're going to need the pump that they give you here. Preferably, if you can do this on skin, I always like as little layers as possible between the cuff and the actual limb. Let's get this thing lined up here. And you gotta, so it doesn't slide around. You always, whenever you do BFR, you try to get the nozzle here pointed in the right direction, in the right spot. The thing doesn't come with, it's got your cuffs, it's got your pump, it's got a case, nice little case here. The only thing it doesn't come with is a Doppler. And so I always recommend the Doppler. You can always do it by, taking manually as well and find the total occlusion pressure, but Doppler is always very, very nice. For the purpose of the video, we're not going to do that. We did that in a previous video, so you guys will have to check that out. So I'm taking each limb here up to about 120 standing, which laying down is going to be a little bit different, or 130 standing. And if you can see this here, when I put limb pressure, I have muscle contraction that's going to make this go way higher. So actually, if I lay down here, just so you guys can see, heart, even with the cuff, I'm sitting at about 116. No weight on the limb. I'm up to about 120. I pump it a little bit because I want them both to be even. I test, okay, so I'm moving the cuff around, making sure that I move it around because that actually allows the air to move around the bladder here in the cuff. So once I get it consistent, I'm going to give it a little weight, move off it, bring it up, bring it down, make sure that all of the air is symmetrical throughout the cuff. And I'm going to take it to about, like I said, 130 millimeters of mercury here. And then from there, I can actually go into my workout. So today, I'm going to go through a little bit of a recovery session with you guys. And I'm not going to do everything, but I'm going to kind of lead you through it. So sore legs, sore butt. I like to always do squats, reinforce, proper positioning on your squat. And it's difficult with the cuffs on. I just go until I get a little bit of burn here on the squats. My mic's jabbing me. So I'll do maybe 10, 12 squats. Different than a hypertrophy workout. A lot of times what I'm using these cuffs for is to actually get pooling of blood in the area, which is going to allow those small little capillaries to become engorged with blood. All those little spaces where blood needs to flow to get to all my muscle cells, blood is going to be pushed in there because there's an occlusion pressure and blood can't have as easy of a venous return. So I'm occluding some of the arterial flow, but I'm occluding more of the venous return because in general, the veins are going to be more superficial. So I've done some squats there. I'm going to grab my handy dandy chair here. I'm going to go into some lunge stuff, just in and out, in and out. So now I'm doing some more quad stuff. And I'll do just till I feel a little bit of burn. Like I said, I'm trying to get some pooling. You can see there's already some redness of the skin, which is what we really want. Blood flow is going to heal the tissues. So we're trying to increase the blood in the area of the muscles. So allowing those muscles to get some blood flow. Now we've done that. And as you see, I'm doing all body weight here. This is a recovery protocol. And you're just doing it to a little bit of burn. Not much at all. I don't want to cause any micro damage to the actual muscle here. And now I'm just doing some simple hip hinges. A little hamstring, a little glute action. Next, we're gonna hit some hip flexor stuff. So now I'm starting to feel a little bit. Come here, and I'm gonna load this hip flexor through upper body movement. Hip flexor mobility, super important. I'm gonna vary my angles just a little bit. So as I load back, that hip flexor, that psoas, that iliacus, they have to contract eccentrically, to decelerate that movement, taking them through their full range. Because I do get proximal effects as well. From there, I'm going to do a little bit of side to side work, adductor work, and I'm going to do a little bit of abductor stuff here at the end. I'm just trying to get blood flow in the area. So now I'm going to go across and behind, across and behind. Ooh, let me move out here a little bit. Behind, across, behind. Trying to maintain a foot tripod, which means I've got the joint of my big toe is on the ground, the joint of my pinky toe is on the ground, my heel is on the ground. So I'm loading it three-dimensionally. I've got my Gary Gray shirt on, so I gotta load stuff three-dimensionally with the Gary Gray shirt on. Gray Institute, shout out for the shirt. And there's just a simple recovery protocol. Took me a short period of time. I would have probably done a little bit more repetitions. Press down, let the air out. There you go. There's your RecoverFun BFR cuffs. You could do a hypertrophy workout sticking with that 30, 15, 15, 15 rep scheme that we talk about with a lower 20 to 30% load. Or you could use these cuffs as a recovery protocol, which is often what we do with our healthy athletes. With our injured athletes, we will do a lot of the hypertrophy work and the training with BFR cuffs where we're actually trying to improve capacity of the tissues in somebody that can't accept load due to an injury. So you're gonna have to check that out. We've done a video on that in the past, and we've also done another recovery video on BFR cuffs, so check those out as well. Thank you to RecoverFun for the BFR cuffs. I don't have any affiliation with them, but they did send me a set of cuffs for this video, so thank you to them. Check them out. They actually have a pretty decent price on their website for their cuffs here. They've got a huge deal going on right now, so check them out. RecoverFun blood flow restriction cuffs, and I'm Max Wardell. I'll see you in the next video.